What's going on? Let me introduce myself for the ones who don't know me. Plenty of y'all do, but I'm pretty sure plenty of y'all don't. I'm Roccboy P French. Some know me as PJ, some call me Pamedio. You can call me Rock. Um, well, my first introduction to music, I kind of feel like it's the same for all of us. Our parents, the music they play, and it just kind of rolls in with age. We get our own little taste, but from Cisco to DMX to R. Kelly, just being early elementary, uh, a lot of that played a big part, like Cassidy, you know. I started with battle rap, so that played a big part in the cultivation of my skills and my likes and dislikes with the music. But that was probably what, '01 when I really jumped off the porch with it, 2001 when I really got in groove. I was young. I've been doing it for a while, being 33. So now, what inspired me to start music? What inspired me to start music? You know, to make me want to do it, it was my brother and his friends. They had the Fly Young Innovators. They had the Cream Team. And just seeing that it was doable, in Rialto, California, in the back room on a computer, and my oldest brother was making beats. So it was just like seeing that it was doable and the accessibility was there. It was just like, hey, that's something, that's cool. I want to do that a little bit. And so that's kind of not even kind of, that's actually where it started, like shortly after them and they mixtapes that they was pushing out and recording in the closet and in the back room. What? Shortly after that one of our friends, Rashad, brought his homegirl over and she did music. Shout out Sade, because if it wasn't for her, I don't know where I would be with it musically because she was like, write a verse. Gave me a pen and a paper, and I'm sitting in the back room, 222 North Arrowhead, and it's the first time I'm putting anything to pen, to pad. And she was like, "No, take as much time as you need." And from that moment, like it was understood what it took. Like I understood music, I comprehended it, but I didn't know, you know, that time, that thinking to yourself, that seclusion, that shutting everybody else out to come up with this, that knowing what it take. And after that moment, I just kind of had it. It was one of them pivotal moments that it was like, okay, yeah, this what I'm gonna be doing. And after that, I was bad growing up. So I got sent to my dad's house. I was grounded all school year from the moment I got there. I ain't have nothing to do but write. So most of my time was writing in my room and going to school and battling in the bathroom, before first period cracked off, lunchtime. So, that it's my introduction to it right there, and kind of what motivated me to get into it. How would I describe my style and what makes it different from other artists? Um, One of my favorite quotes, I ain't gonna lie with you, one of my favorite quotes is versatility is key. So when you say, how would I describe my style? I feel like I try to keep it changing, but energetic. If I was to have to like put a word to it, like Gen 5 and a Draco with a double X, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to walk on that thing real quick. I can slow it down, I can speed it up, I can harmonize. We might go R&B. It might be slow winding in this thing. They be dirty whining in that thing. So when it comes to like, what's my style, I would never put myself in that box. You get what I'm saying? Like it's forever changing, growing and learning. So uh, I I hope nobody keeps the same style. I hope nobody's able to really just say like, "Hey, my style is X, Y, Z," and that'll forever be that. Like I understand it's good to kind of put a staple in the ground and a stamp in the floor to say, like this is my sound. But with that being said, my sound is to be awaited at all times. Because what they say like today's price ain't yesterday's price. Like today's verse ain't yesterday's verse. Every verse I write, I'm learning something new, and I'm never trying to tell myself that I'm too smart or I know everything to never try to transition or go into another phase. So versatility is key, and my style is forever changing. Creative process, all right. My creative process. That's a good one. You know, it changed just recently, but you know, you know, once you hear that beat will let you know where you stand in the studio session. You know, it'll for the most part it'll let you know your creative process because some beats drop and you telling your homeboy, nah, hold on, I don't want to hit the blunt. Nigga, you hear this beat? Like, you know, nigga trying to pour some shots, nigga, hold on. Nigga, did you hear that shit? You know what I'm saying? The beat will let you know, like, nigga, I don't need no external motivation. You know, and sometimes you get in there, the studio session might be a little bit dry. You like, oh, you know what I mean? Hit to the store real quick, grab a little Remy, a couple, you know what I'm saying? Get right, get up in the studio, and something that may not have resonated with you so much may vibe a little bit better, you know? And so, you know, the creative process ultimately, for me, I feel like it depends on that beat, you know, because that beat will drop and it'll let you know like it's go time or, you know, maybe pick another beat or invite your homegirls over. Maybe they'll feel it and you like, okay, they feeling it, so let me do something to it for them. You know what I'm saying? So that creative process also varies, you know. That's like my style. It's forever changing on what it may take, you know. If we're on a tour bus, that's one thing. You know, that whole creative process is different. If we're in the studio, that's different. If I'm in my personal studio at the house, that's a whole nother situation too. You know, I might have the kids there, the wife there. So you know, versus like being like in a studio setting where I might have dropped that boom boom 1500, you know, I'm in this block session. It's work time, it's go time. It ain't no like on and off and taking a nap and all of that. You know, we here for this block, we're gonna knock it out and get on. So, you know, creative processes, you know, they vary, but for the most part, it come with ease. You know, I love this shit. I've been doing this for a while now, you know, so put on a beat, you know what I'm saying, type thing. Let's take it from there. What makes me different from other artists? I mean, what makes us all different? We all different in every way, shape, and form, every aspect. Like no two people are the same. I don't matter how you try to print it out. Nothing is identical in this world. And so, you know, just me being me makes me different than everybody. You know, I wouldn't step to say I push harder or grind harder or want more than the next man or female. You know, we all got our motivations, and to each his own on that. So, you know, just me being me, I'm me, and you. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, we all different. That's what makes me different. Is that nothing is the same. No two people. Um, in the near future, you know, I'm really getting back in motion right now. So, you know, just on all my social media, you know, y'all can keep up with that. I'm gonna be dropping content, trying to keep y'all fed. I got this Cali Cali album I've been working on. For the most part, you know, we about 80% there. Got a couple loose ends we got to tie up, and we're gonna take it from there. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let y'all breathe for the summer. But after that, it's over. I'm gonna put my foot down. You know. Yeah, y'all can follow me at Roccboy P French. That's Roccboy P French, like French fries. 3. You know, that's my Instagram, my Facebook. Pamedio French. P is in Paul. Amedio French. I'm up there. Um, Roccboy P French for my YouTubes. You know, it's all up there, man. If y'all want to tap in, like, subscribe, follow, click the buttons, and we in there. All right, look. Shout out my big bro, man, Simmons Productions, you know, for having me. You know, this blackout mic drop. Y'all need to pull up, drop y'all bars, blackout on that thing, you feel me? I know I might have set the bar a little high, but come with it. Shout out big bro. I'm out.
Okay, you already know what it is. RSC, PTG. Look, Okay, I killed them with the last flow, and the one right after that. I'm running laps around these tracks. The rappers have an asthma attack. Flagrant fouls back to back. I'll take the charge. The ram is back. A go baby might need a throw, baby. Like, can you handle that? The man is back with bars you cannot manufacture. The wines crying, feelings hurt, and they feelings fractured. Get the rapping, silly rabbit. You want carrots? Get some cabbage. Twin turbo when that scat of 12 come, you gotta stab it. I got gas, grass, vacuum seals. That shit ain't for rabbits. I'm trapping the traffic like them water boys in Atlanta. Please don't make me bring this Chevy to a real slow creep. Got me feeling like I'm T.I. You don't know me, I get too slick with letters like ABC, soup and grease. And I promise I move with ease like a breeze that move through the streets. And I'm sliding on ice right now, my chain -2 degrees and my wrist full. You could trip but you just probably got a wrist mode. That's when the car drop like a blunt, that means someone fucking your bitch in the back of the S500 playing Jodeci again. Okay, that's me. If I can't catch you and blow you down with this stick, I'm on your bitch. Get in the streets and show me how you run a blitz with your twin. Y'all be capping like every fucking hat I see in lists, and I be snapping like every bitch back I broke in bed. 12K a day in pizza right now, I'm not off my meds. I might bust a head and I might grab my bitch and make the bed rock. They call me Big Rock, they call me TikTok. The ice in my wrist will always make a bitch watch. I don't make no pit stops unless that shit a brick drop. That shit went successful, now we riding with some big wop. 2 C's on my rock chain, you ain't never seen that bitch drop. Never seen that bitch snatch without seeing a bitch drop. I'm stacking bread like Big Macs, chillin', eating some french fries. Chillin' with my chick, she got some slim thighs. Cause I rather take my wifey to Oshkosh, Bigosh. Empty clothes for my baby than be chillin' outside. They gon' let me out to scream them killers outside. And I ain't got no patience or no feelings outside. I go ride through it. Lambo doors on my bro whip shit. How'd even drive the whip? I'm so low key, check my social. You won't even find the whip. I pop out dolo, antisocial. These hoes fine of it, but I'm not here to find a bitch. I'm trying to bitch. I Tony Hawk when he was in his prime with it. I'm trying to spit like Ritmans do last week. I'm trying to sign some shit. Them diamonds like a light at night when I be trying to find some shit. I'm sliding like it's ice on my words when I'm rhyming it. It's Roccboy, P French, and that P stand for prominence. I'm dominance. I just had to pop my shit up close 3D like Oculus. Out of here like rocket ships. It's Rocky, bitch.
You